Balance, fitness, and family life. Take one.
What's up, peeps? It's Joshua Carter, aka Coach Carter, and my man Lex again.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
So, balancing family life and fitness. The excuses we hear why you can't work out because you got kids.
Oh man, so many. And that was a big one for both of us because we were both very young coaches running gyms. And the big one that we got, because we service a lot of families, was Lex, you don't understand. Josh, you don't understand. We have kids. You know, I was like, okay. And I never really stopped. I was like, so you have kids. Do your kids tell you what to do? But then now I do have a kid. He's got 2 kids. How old are your kids?
5 and 3.
I got a 3-year-old. I don't even have 2 yet. And neither one of us has hit the point of athletics with a kid yet. But yet we still find time for our fitness. So, like we said, we want to help everybody find balance in your fitness and family life. And that can be really tough sometimes. But we're going to try to give you guys some examples and some ideas of what you can do to tailor your life to make sure you fit it in. You may not like some of these suggestions, but you might have to consider them.
I mean, that's why it's real informative, you know?
Yeah.
Health and fitness talk, it's real. This is real life. You got some people who, oh, well, you don't get it. Okay, well, but I do, though. I do. Single parent, raising 2 boys. I got it.
You get it now.
I get it.
And now that you got it, what do you have to say to those people that told you that?
I'd say before before we do that, hey, let's just, we were never not empathetic.
Mm-hmm. I never looked at them like, yeah, whatever.
Oh, okay, you can't, you gotta get, no, you have to find a way, back to what we said a couple of years ago, you still go to work. I bet you, if you had kids and I bet you those dads who go hunting, they still find a way to hunt with kids. Mm-hmm. You make it a priority.
Well, before we move on, why are you making fitness a priority in your life? Why should you make just fitness, general fitness, a priority in your life? What would that be? Oh, so you don't die young and have chronic disease.
I was like, is this...
And get unhealthy and fat and lazy.
Is that a real question? Well, I don't want my body to hurt. I mean, you know what? Then hurt a different way. You know what? It just gets it gets my blood pressure going when that question's asked. There should be no reason why everybody is not doing something fitness oriented. I don't care if it's walking, Pure Barre, Orange Theory, personal trainer, Zumba, biking. You can do whatever. Something, personal training, CrossFit. I don't care. Bodybuilding, powerlifting. Everybody should be doing something because that expands your life. It increases your life. It makes you a better person. Mm-hmm. Working out, to me, makes me a better father, career man, athlete, coach, all that stuff. Stress levels off. I sleep better, all that. So, I can't because I got kids. The balance between family life and fitness.
There's so many more benefits in it. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't know these benefits until they experience them. It is our job to try to let people know that there is a balance, and we're here to give you guys some solutions to finding that balance between family life and fitness. Now, all these suggestions may not work for you, but it'll at least get you thinking outside the box a little bit to where maybe you can find something that is applicable for your life, whether it be maybe a home gym. Home gyms can be dangerous. You get really excited about building it. It looks great. It's awesome. And you start doing a couple workouts, and then you're like, it's whatever. It's another fucking day. I'm just going to go work out in the garage, and then you stop. And then you have, $1,500 to $2,000 worth of equipment in your garage just sitting there collecting dust because you ain't motivated enough to work out by yourself. True. That's why we have gyms.
Preach. I go with...
what else could you do when you're like an afternoon guy and you got a kid now?
I would go off with... And I'm saying this because I do this. Mm-hmm. Train your kids to be there with you.
Yeah, just bring your kids
along.
Well,
I have a 3-year-old. I have a 7-year-old. Okay.
Yeah. It can be challenging to have a 7-year-old, but that 7-year-old can watch. And
so for me, my boys are 5 and 3. My oldest one seriously was, he was in the gym as often as he could. I used to walk around and coach with him and just hold him like this. Mm-hmm. He knows no different.
And that only gets that's a great intro. That is an awesome intro.
So
you can't carry him forever.
Well, no. So but you train your kids. I'll say this: if kids are the issue, like, well, I don't know what to do with my kids. Now, of course, there's a age gap. Like, you can't expect a 3-month-old to function. But if your kid is moving and can take orders and knows your voice, like, you train that child to sit, or you give them something to do for 45 minutes to an hour. I don't think if I had a member who said, hey, I cannot make it to the gym, can little Broderick, I said it and I was like, Broderick? Let's be honest.
Little Benny. Let's go with little Benny.
No, at my gym it'd be like little Benjamin. No, Patrick. Can little Samuel...
Pick a name.
Sam. Can Samuel sit here and...
Color?
Do whatever?
Yeah. I'm good with that.
Of course, Alice. Of course.
But sometimes...
If you don't have childcare.
Yeah.
I have childcare.
I got like a little containment area for the kids. And it works pretty good. But I mean, so my bigger thing was like parents come in and they're, my kid's gonna go crazy, they're gonna cry, and I know it's like different stages in like children. There used to have one kid at a mom would come in, she'd bring her kid. Kid was between like 3 and 6 months old, and it was usually during nap time. Got used to the music, put him next to the fan, like enjoyed it. But as they get older, they want to do more stuff. They want to be a part of the class. They want to do all these things. So you got to have a place to put them, have maybe childcare in the gym, but maybe that's not available to you. So what do you do with your kid? I used to tell my parents, just ignore your kid. Let him cry it out. And then I had a kid. And then my kid, Nova, she needs to have attention around it. If other people are doing stuff, she wants to be in it too. And a lot of kids are like that. So it can be really frustrating to try to work out and have your kid with you. So if you have one of those kids that are like super hyperactive and always need to be on your hip, then maybe you need to find a different time to work out. And I get it. Like, sleep is so important. And in certain phases of your life, maybe a home gym is going to be better. Maybe working out at 5 a.m. is your only option, 5:30. Ain't nothing going on at 4 and 5 a.m. Like, you're not working, you're traveling for work, you're doing that. So, like, maybe you got to get up early. Maybe you're an early riser. You get off of work really early. Maybe you get to the first class or before the last class that your gym lets out. You just have to maneuver your schedule. You might have to give something up to get something.
Lunchtime
workouts. Like, maybe your lunch. I can eat lunch in like 10 minutes.
3.
But what are you doing for your lunch? You're meal prepping. Meal prepping is huge to save time. So like you to find that balance, like you got to change things up. Maybe you're meal prepping all week so you can have 1 to 2 hours more per day to work out. Mm-hmm. I think that's one great idea. What else you got?
I mean, my thing is I'm just running scenarios in my head like what we hear. And so,
I mean, we're not there yet. He's got 2, and what you said, 7 and 3,
5 and 3,
5 and 3, 5 and 3. Mine's only 3.
I mean, my 5-year-old goes to the gym at 5 in the morning. Ooh. That's what I'm saying. But now I feel that there's a different era of parents. Also, now there's a different era of parents that that their fitness and health is important.
Yes.
Okay. So now we have kids. So now I can combat that whole comment. Well, usually you have kids. I'm like, bruh, I got kids. Yep. They're right here. One's right here. One's over there. You gonna spot me? Because they know how to.
You got to make it super important to the kids. Yeah. It's important to me.
Well,
I will never force my kid to do anything,
day,
but it's important.
Yeah, at the end of the day, they're my kids, so I'm going to tell them what to do. I tell them when to go to bed. Mm-hmm. I tell them what to wear.
Yep.
Tell them what to eat.
Yep.
Which is another thing. Like, I can't eat healthy because my kid's in the house. Who's the parent?
Yeah. My kid eats what I eat.
Yeah. Well, they're 5 and 3. Yeah, and I don't want them to have, exposure to.
But not everybody
was
raised in a fitness household.
Right.
I had bad habits growing up. No, he had bad habits growing up.
No, I didn't. Ava Carter.
Boy, if you don't.
Bro, I didn't have a. Mama, this is a Kill Cliff. It's water and beet juice.
Oh, I had a lot of soda. Yeah. I
didn't have a soda.
Family-sized bags of Doritos.
Ava Carter, please.
Oh man, I was such a little fatty.
No, but I had abs out the womb.
Lines of Oreos. I just keep saying that Oreos are like my favorite. I love
the worst thing she ever did. The worst thing she ever did, like for a segment, she experimented on all of us about the soy. Oh, bro. Oh, it's horrible. Oh, it's horrible. Other than that, that's like the only thing I'm like, Mom, like, Bird, like, what'd you do for real? Like, soy. Anyway, so, but.
He was raised with good food. Some of us, not so much.
Yeah, I mean, the bomb, you know?
I grew up with all rice. I'm half Cuban and a quarter Chinese. All the rice.
Are you Chinese?
Yeah, I'm a quarter Chinese, bro.
A quarter Chinese?
Quarter Chinese. My grandfather is Chinese.
But if you're a quarter Chinese, can you really say you're Chinese?
Yeah, my grandfather's Chinese. I'm quarter Chinese, and I love it. I love rice. But I ended up giving that stuff up. Anyways, we're trying to get back to the balance of family life. So meal prepping, that is going to be super helpful to give you some more time. What else can you do to save time? Packing your gym bag or the night before, getting your work stuff together the night before.
Making, you know what? This solves a lot of it. I heard it, we all hear it, and my general manager beat it in my head years ago, and I use it all the time. 5 Ps. You know the 5 Ps?
I do not. Please tell me.
Really?
I mean, I might know. I just can't think of it on the top of my head. Prepare.
There's really
Is it
6.
Prepare in there?
Prepare, yeah. There's really 6, but 5. Prior preparation prevents poor performance.
I have heard that before. Yes, that rings a bell.
Prior preparation prevents poor performance. You will have so much more time when you prepare. For example, I know our schedules are real similar. Mm-hmm. I'm up coaching at 5 in the morning, and I go all day, and then I close the box some nights and do whatever. Before I wake up, my clothes are laid out, my food's laid out, my vitamins laid out, my shaker's laid out with everything. My bag is packed, my workout clothes are ready to go, my pre-workout normally is made. You know what I'm saying? The car is packed, ready to go.
That literally saved you probably like over an hour in the morning.
Oh man, huge. So Lex and I are talking about the whole weakness mentally of I can't do that. You can because you find time to do stuff that you really want to do. Yeah. And if this is important to you, which it should be to everybody, health and fitness, to live a better life, to feel better, then you make time to do that. Well, start off with, I would say this whole thing, life or family and fitness, the whole balance, preparation.
Preparation, man.
If I had to throw a word out there, preparation.
And with preparation comes like finding a new routine. We all have routines, whether they're good routines, bad routines, things that you can do without, like, you have time in your life for fitness, and you got to make it. And how you make that time is just, sometimes you got to do a budget list every once in a while, see where your finances are. Do a time list. Like, write down your day.
Ooh.
I wake up at 4 a.m., all right, and then I hit the snooze button. Stop hitting the snooze button. When it goes off, get up. Set your alarm clock across the room to where you have to get out of bed to turn it off.
I started doing that.
You do all the things he said with prepping your morning. That way you can just wake up, brush your teeth, get dressed. It's already laid out for you. Grab your bag, put all your stuff together. Your breakfast is pretty much prepped. Your lunch is prepped. Your dinner's prepped. So that saves you hours per day. Like, write down a routine. That way you don't ever forget, because you got a million things going on. You're a parent. You got to remember your kids' clothes. You got to give them a bath. And if you remember to give them a bath 2 or 3 times in a week, maybe hopefully every day, who knows? Taking time for yourself is super important also. So make sure you pencil that in somewhere in your workday. But getting a solid schedule is going to be able to help.
100%. Preparing, solid schedule, trying new things. If it works, great. If it doesn't, do something different. And being deliberate in trying to manage your time better. Mm-hmm. And that starts off with thinking about, you know what, before we go.
I think this is a good time. I actually just thought about this. In order to change your life for the better, you need to change your life. And you just got to flip that around. You got to move some stuff around in your life. You got to change some things in order to change your life for the better.
Look at what you're doing. Mm-hmm. Look at what you're doing.
Yep, I'm looking at
it. And I'm saying, yeah. Look at what you're doing. Well, if is that necessary?
Ooh, you know what? I don't need that. We can just.
If you did that the night before, you probably wouldn't need that.
Yep. So we're gonna put it over here.
Yeah, we can put it right there. Yep. If you look at what you're doing, you'll see gaps. Prepare, schedule, try different things, be deliberate in trying different things, and your preparation and
see what works.
See what works.
Put in the effort, put in the time, change your life to change your life.
Change your life to change your life.